Okay, family members, let's go to work. Now, first, we're going to go over our weekly calendar, all right, economic calendar, and then we're going to go over three salient things. Thank you, King Mike. Three salient things that will get us PAID this week. We're going to go over the recent deployment of U.S. troops by His Royal Highness Donald Trump to the Middle East area. All right, we're going to go over how to monetize that. We're going to go over how to get PAID from Donald Trump doing exactly what we said he was going to do as we got closer and closer to Christmas, and the adjustment that he was going to be making with the Chinese-U.S. tariffs. And then we're going to go over something that's just absolutely despicable. We talked about this last week, and look at this right here. Did not we say, why isn't anybody mentioning anything about this right here? And look at the date. On October the 9th, guess it was Wednesday, this article came out. So we're going to go over these things, and we're going to look at how to monetize all of these things as well. All right? So without further ado, family members, let's say you, me, we develop Absolute Wealth Scoop family, we go to work. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, watch how I launch off of our homepage to EconoDay.com. We want to make sure that once EconoDay.com populates, that it populates to the right week and the right month. Okay? All right? So we scroll down. We have U.S. announcements here, and we have global announcements here. All right? So what we want to do is go to the global announcements. All right? We click on here. And we want to make sure it populates to the correct date. And we do have the correct date right here, October the 14th. Now, I'm going to scan down all of the important economic calendar reports that are going to be released globally this week. And then I will go over the associative Absolute Wealth strategy that would allow you to get PAID from that particular report within one trading day. All right? So let us proceed. As we look at today here, okay, there isn't really much anything that would get us PAID other than this right here. Now pay attention to the time. Because of the time differential, all right, see right here, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay, the time differential between China and the United States commands that we notice this time differential, and we would take the position the first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, there you go, Mike Palmer, first thing Tuesday. All right, so although this report is released tonight, now the CPI and the PPI, those are big economic indicators for any country. All right, so we want to be looking at the following positions to get PAID from these reports. Now, we don't care whether or not the numbers are positive or negative. If the numbers are positive, you're going to take a call option on these positions I'm about to show you. If the number is negative, you would take a put option. But in both instances, either or, you're going to be out of the position by 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. Now, is everybody clear on this? Okay, great. And these are intraday positions. We're in and out the same day. All right? Now, watch this. First, we have to look at the parameters. So it would tell us what the parameters are that are being expected. These are the prior numbers. Okay? So when this report comes out tonight, if the numbers are higher than these two, then a call option will be applicable tomorrow morning on the positions I'm about to show you. All right? After the market settles. What time does the market settle? Every morning.
10 o'clock.
What do we wait for?
10 o'clock.
There you go, Devon. 10 a.m. There you go, Jillian. There you go, Mike. There you go, Zenobi. 10 a.m. Now, you're going to check pre-market activity, okay, on these positions that I'm about to give you, all right, that aligns themselves with this particular report. But you still wait, and I know it's going to be tempting, all right? But trust me, wait that first 10 minutes. Let the market settle. in front of you. Then come in, and no matter whether or not you're taking a call or a put, you put that trailing stop up under you. Okay? Now, if it's a call, and you're running up to 11:15, which is water table, you tighten up your trailing stops as you go through water table. If it's a put, and you're running up on water table, leave your trailing stops wide. There you go, King Mike, because water table is your friend. Now, let me pause now. Does everybody have down pat what I just said? If you don't, ask questions now. That's why we're here as a family, beloved. Ask your questions now. Okay, everybody clear? All right, so we see our parameter on the CPI. Now we need to see our parameter on the PPI. Okay, let's look at those parameters. Here we go right here. All right, so if the numbers are higher on the producer price index right here, okay, then a call option will be applicable as well. If the numbers are lower, then you would do your drill down, and all of this is subsequent to your drill down confirming. You would utilize a put option. Now let me show you something. See this number right here? Negative. So you're looking for a positive number for call, continue negative number for a put upon completion of your drill down. Well, let me show you something. Look right here. 1 second. So these numbers have to be higher than this for a call. Anything lower than these, a put will be applicable upon completion of your drill down. All right? Okay, somebody wanted me to repeat about water table and trailing stops. All right, here we go. If you have a call option that is applicable because of your drill down tells you a call option is what you should be taking. Then what you would do is when you get to 11:15, about 11 o'clock-ish to 11:15, tighten up your trailing stop on your call option to 10%. Okay? Now, if it's a put option that your drill down has told you that you need to take at about 10 o'clock, when you go ahead and take a position after the market is settled, when you get to 11:15, leave the trailing stop wide. Because put options in water table, they're friends. So when you go in the water table, the position is going to tend to pull back anyway, and that put option will rise as the underlying position pulls back. So you leave the trailing stop wide. Okay? Okay, no problem. No. Thank you for asking that question, Queen Sean. You helped many people by asking that question. And the rest of you, as we go through this virtual trading room, like with all trading rooms, you ask your questions because steel sharpens steel. All right? Okay. So, we are clear on tonight what we're going to be looking at. Now, let's go to the position. Elders, what are our China-based ETFs? Right here. Okay, we're going to be here. These are the positions that you're going to look at and get paid from. You're going to look at these positions to get paid from the economic counter report here and here. So we go FXI. What's the next one? What's my next position? There's one other. Let me show you. It's a simple way to cheat on that. All you gotta do is come down here, and it's gonna tell you the other positions. They don't have it listed right here. That ties themselves. Most times, you always come down here and see where it says people also watch, and they'll give you other associated positions that tie themselves closely with this position. I'm going to show you something else that you want to take a look at. You come down here and you see the top holdings. Just gonna get a little sidebar here. That right there is gonna move this right here. Micro moving macro. Watch this. Just gonna show you a little quick trick right here. See 10 cents? As goes this position right here, okay, and this, it will pull this position. But just a sidebar note for you. Okay? All right, let me go on back. Now, are there any other ETFs that are tied directly to China in a large scale? Elders, help me out. This is the big boy, you're absolutely right. Okay? If those two economic calendar reports are up, this is going to be up. If those two economic calendar reports are down, this is going to be down. But is there any other position out there that ties itself with China? Somebody needs to be going to this website right there. Go to this website and find out for me. All right? You do the work. Come back. Tell me quickly now. Somebody go to that website, punch in China, and tell me what else other than FXI I need to put right here. There's one other large ETF that's tied to China. I'm waiting, but I'm not waiting patiently. And also, for everybody else, while some of you out there looking, okay, this right here should be a staple website for you. One of which you go to find any type of ETF you want to track. Okay, if you want ETFs that are tied to aerospace, ETFs that are tied to pharmaceuticals, ETFs that are tied to China, Japan, Brazil, it doesn't make any difference. This is our go-to website. Okay? Now, is anybody going to tell me what other position we need to tie with this macro position to track China? Anybody else going to look?
Guess not.
Now I'm sitting here showing you the website, okay? Anybody else?
What the heck?
Do you see this right here?
Yeah, but I ain't never seen me pull that up before.
Okay?
Let me see HR.
Now look. You guys really need to snap out of the weekend funk now. We out here on the battlefield. I need for you to catch up.
LCHI. What the heck is that?
All right, we're not talking about monopoly money here. We're talking about real money. All right? So now you want to monitor this position as well. Okay? Now, when I come over here to the summary, let me show you something. Okay? Look and see if this position, once again, you indexing off of 0.50. Okay? 0.50. If it's 0.50, then you look at it to go ahead and make your move. And you see, it's optional. You got the option chain there. Now, let me tell you something. Between these two, there's no way that you should not get paid from this report that's going to be released. And I'm telling you when it's going to be released tonight. You pick the one that is most applicable to the goals and objectives of your portfolio. Are we clear on this? Now, those are the two major positions out there. There are other miscellaneous ETFs that are available, but these are the two major ones, okay? All right, now, no excuse. All right, let's go to Tuesday. All right, when we come down through here, there's nothing really that jumps out here that is, mammoth enough to cause us to get paid. Okay? From an economic calendar report. All right. Now let's go on over to Wednesday. Okay? Now, you got the same thing going on here with the CPI and the PPI of Great Britain. Okay? So, once again, what should we be looking at as far as ETFs to monetize these two? First, let's go back and get our indexes. Watch how I move. I come here, and I don't care what the indexes are. This just tells me what I'm going to be indexing off of. Anything higher than this on the CPI, drill down for a call option is applicable. Anything lower than this, drill down for a put option is applicable. Come back out. Now on the PPI, just like we did on China. Same parameters, call them or align themselves. Once again, numbers above, okay, then call option is applicable upon completion of the appropriate drill down. Any numbers below, put option. Let me stop. Everybody got that so far? We're lock and loading now on Great Britain. Now, come back here. Now, what ETFs align themselves specifically with Great Britain? This is not difficult now.
No, it ain't.
What does this say right here? Is that not Great Britain? There you go. You come here. All right? And if the call option is applicable, and this will be positive, and if it's above 0.50, get your money. Intraday trade, in and out by 4. Trailing stop tighten if it's a call option between 11 and 11:15. If it's a put option, let the trailing stop stay where it is and get paid either way. We clear on this? Okay? So now on your portfolio calendar, you should have what? On Wednesday, you should have EWU. Everybody got that? All right. Wonderful. Thank you for the positive comments. Yep, that's why we come in here privately, so I can show you better than I can tell you. All right? Now, is there any other major ETF that ties itself directly with the UK?
AWUS.
Any other one you want to bring to my attention? Is that the only one that we should be focusing on?
Nope.
That one's a little bit difficult, Anthony. Any other one? Okay? Think about it now. Somebody needs to go back to that website that I put up here, ETB. Somebody needs to be sitting right here, okay, and check it. So you're telling me that this is the only applicable ETF tied directly to the EU? Great Britain.
What we're telling you is that we don't know the other ETF tried Great Britain.
Okay? Okay, Okay, King Parks, when you get a chance, practice and learn how to navigate on the website itself. Now, King Kevin, that position too speculative. Okay? All right, tell you what now. I'm not going to tell you the other position. That's a homework assignment. You want the money, find it. Okay? There's one other major position that ties itself with the EU. This is one of the premier positions. Okay? But there's one other. You want the money, find it and go get it. All right? You got all, I gave you the website and everything else. Okay? All right, let's move forward. All right, now, if you come down, every single week we go over this. More and more of you are catching on and getting paid from this. And if you're not getting paid from it up to this point, it's nobody's fault but yours. Because every week I show you this litany of procedures that will get you PID, utilizing our strategy as it relates to mortgage applications. Now, it does not get any simpler than this. Bam. Get our index. Get our numbers first. Okay. Anything higher than this, a call option is going to be applicable on these two positions I'm about to show you. Anything lower than this, a put option is going to be applicable. Call option running up the water table, tighten up the trail and stop. Put option running up the water table, leave it alone. Okay. What are our two positions for new construction? We're going to go new construction because most people don't buy their homes cash. You want to go ahead and take advantage of those people who are applying for mortgages, which means new construction homes will be increasing as well. So, what do we have? Our first position of the two is this. There it sits before you. You come down inside, you do our holding strategy. The top two positions will pull the rest of the position, of the macro position. See these two right here? If they've got convergence, if they're moving in the same direction, they will pull this position. When this position is above 0.50, you then go ahead and actualize it for intraday monetization. We don't give a darn if it's 0.50 to the upside or 0.50 to the downside. You will get paid that same day, okay, if you implement our strategy. Now, if I see this position of 0.39, that ain't 0.50, but you best assured, when I click on this right here, it's going to be green. It's going to be up. Now, I'm telling you that before I click on it. And I love showing you this real time to show you our strategy and techniques work. Now, watch. It cannot be down. Bam. Is that simple or what? Get this money. Stop playing. Now, when I go to the next position, the number 2 most heavily weighted position, okay? It's going to be up, but it's not going to be up as much as this one was. Because if it was, this would be up more than 0.50. So, watch. But it's going to be up. Watch. Real time, now watch. Bam! And I told you it wasn't going to be up as much because the underlying macro position is not at 0.50. Now, do you see this? Now, you tell me why you cannot get paid from this strategy every damn Wednesday when this report come out. This is, like King Mike said, this arithmetic is not calculus or trigonometry. So when I see this right here, I know exactly how I'm going to walk down that report and get paid. And I know the exact day I'm going to get paid. Wednesday. Now let's stop. Does anybody have any questions on this? Now, Wednesday gonna get here on time, family. It's not going to be late. So you can't be late with your thought process and your understanding and overstanding as to how to monetize this. Any questions on this? Okay? Now, the secondary position okay, on this, because now this is going to be your first position, ITB. The secondary position, if ITB is up more than 0.50, then you come back, you kick here. XHB. But now the thing with XHB is difficult to do a holding strategy on because all of the holdings are so much heavily weighted. They're closely weighted positions from a percentage standpoint. Now, this right here, yeah, that's delayed. This is 10:01, 10:14. So it will tend to move behind ITB. Now, look. See how closely weighted these positions are? So you want to take ITB as your first choice. We clear on this? Okay. All right, now somebody just asked a question. Can you quickly review the drill down process? Once we know 0.50 for call or put, let's see what it says. I can't read the rest. Well, let me see. Okay, here we go. Once we know 0.50 for call, Queen Shauna, that's it. Well, I mean, what do you mean? Okay, can you quickly review the drill down process? Once we know it's 0.50 call or put, I'm sorry, Queen Shauna, rethink your question or resubmit it to me, and then I'll come back. I'll go ahead and answer it, all right? It's a little bit vague for me, okay? All right. Now, we walk on down. Next thing here, retail sales. Simple, easy money. And this report is released before the market opens at 8:30. Just like this one's released at 7 a.m. Ain't no way in Hades I'm not going to get paid. And you giving me the answers before the test. All right? And the test begins at what? 9:30 when the market's open. So here we go. I come back here. Retail sales. I don't care what they expect the numbers to be. I just need to know what the numbers are expected to be. So here they go. Right here. Okay? Anything above these numbers, I'm doing a drill down for call. Anything below these numbers, the numbers come out, I'm doing a drill down for the put. Now, come out here I go. Retail sales, I kick right here. Write it down. Oh, yes, it's going to be a great week. Indeed, indeed. Okay? And I don't care whether or not the numbers are positive or negatives. I know how to monetize them. You know how to monetize them. Then my backup, my number 2 position is this. Bam. We clear on it. I'm going to kick back down inside. I'm going to do my drill down with my holdings. Now, let me show you something. I'll prove it to you again. That's why we come in here real time, so I can show you better than I can tell you real time. I see this position barely up positive, right? So that lets me know when I come down here, I got some divergence. Because if they both were moving in tandem, this would reflect it. But that's barely in the positive territory. So now, that lets me know this Amazon is going to be up. All right? Watch. Or it just will. Okay, it's slightly down. All right? So that lets me know then, if that position is up just a little bit, let me go back. If it's sitting there, oh, but no. See, it's wrong. Look at that time. I knew something wasn't right. See? That's 9:31. It's 10:05. So this has to be up there. It's down. Do you see how I picked up on that? See, this is very important. This is a good teacher moment. If I see that this position is far the most heavily weighted position in this macro position. How in the Hades could this be up and this be down? Even if this is up, and it's probably up, it's going to be up, watch. Oh, it's even down now. Okay? So now if I got both of these down, how in the Hades can the macro position be up? It can't be. That's when I knew to check here. It's time delayed. Because if it was the accurate time, this would be down too. You see how I saw that? So even if a multi-million-dollar website tells me something and it's not right, I can pick it up. I look and see. Okay? Mike Palmer said he wouldn't check on his real-time feed, and RTH is indeed down. So at 10:07, it is down, as opposed to 9:31 being up. See, that's huge. You got to see that. And it's just like in life. Just because somebody tells you something, that ain't necessarily true. Just because we see this, we look right there, we know how to go ahead and look behind the scenes. You know, we say, look, this can't be right. When we come down here and we see these two negative, and because of your training, you can't be bamboozled like that. Great teacher moment. See, and unless you come in here live, I can't show you this. I can talk you through it after the fact, but you won't grasp the concept as readily as if you're sitting in here and I show you this. Because trust me, when you're in Mr. Trading, you can't just glance over stuff. You got to analyze. You got to see this. Bam, bam, time. Go bam, bam, negative, negative. Positive, can't be. Check my time, bam, oh, time off. Because it's 10:08, not 9:31. Okay? All right, thank you for the positive comments. Yeah, I'm glad you're finding this very informative, being in here live. Because see, this is where you will separate yourself from those who are out here playing and thinking they're trading and investing, than those that are coming in here, thank you, King Mike, that are coming in here and they're serious about getting paid, all right, and liberating themselves. Okay? All right, okay. So, let's go back. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay? So, we're set on our retail sales, how to monetize this one way or the other. And we don't care whether or not the numbers are up or down, we know how to get paid from it. Okay? Come on out. This U.S. housing market index is going to support the mortgage applications. You cannot have the U.S. market index down and the mortgage applications up, and vice versa. So they're giving you the double confirmation on the answers for the test. So if this consensus range number is up, then you know those mortgage applications are going to be up. If the consensus range number is down, the mortgage application number is going to be down. Simple. Okay? And let me tell you what else is so beautiful about this. Look when the mortgage application numbers come out. It's 7. So if you take your position at 10 o'clock after the market settles, then you come back and look at this. This is going to confirm you were right. Because if this is up after this came out up and you took a call, you're going to be like, yep, I was right. If this is down and at 10 a.m. after the market settles, this comes out and it's down, yep, you're right when you took the put. Okay? Are we clear on this? Excellent, excellent, excellent now. Okay? All right. Let's continue. So we come on down. Everything else is really shouldn't command our attention. Go to Thursday. You see the housing starts right there, right? Okay? So this right here going to be confirmed by this right here. So if the housing market index is up, okay, and mortgage applications are up, so then guess what? This got to be up. That's what I'm saying, Mike. This got to be up. So those numbers will be eclipsing these numbers. UPAID. If these numbers are low, then they're going to be low, and you're going to see that you're going to know that these numbers are going to be low because of the numbers that come out the day before across your mortgage applications numbers and your housing market index numbers. Anybody got any questions on that? Thank you for the positive comment. It is simple. And many of you are saying that you got paid week after week since I've started going over this for the last 6 or 7 months. This happens every week. These reports come out and we get paid for them. All right, come on down. This jobless claim number, it may or may not affect the Dow. But, you know, it will affect the Dow, if at all, minimally. It won't affect it enough for us to go ahead and create an arbitrage off margin to be paid. Okay? U.S. industrial production, you know, I wouldn't bet the ranch on that either, you know, that you'll be able to create enough arbitrage off margin to get paid from positions that are related to the Dow, which is our macro position, DIA ETF. EIA natural gas, well, let's start monitoring a little bit, but I need it to get a little bit cooler before we can start getting paid from this natural gas. So, but, you know, start training yourself to start monitoring this, okay? Because we're going to come back and get it during the colder months. You know, this is our oil-related positions. All right? That's good, Mike. This is our oil-related positions. We know how to monetize that in conjunction with this and the ongoing drama that's going on with regards to the whole Middle East and region, et cetera. Okay, we come down here, once again, just like we did over here, okay, with the China on the CPI and the PPI. Now I need to come right back over here with those same Chinese positions on their GDP and that industrial production. The same ones. You go back, okay? The ones that you hit on Monday, FXI and MCHI, you hit them again on Thursday, okay? Intraday play. And you monetize these two economic calendar reports as they relate to China again. I'm sorry, Thursday right now. Right? And you take these positions on Friday, because look at the time. All right? That's 10 p.m. at night on Thursday, so you take the position on Friday morning. Thank you, King Mike. We clear on that? Okay. Now let's come up to Friday. China retail sales, really, you know, now, let me tell you a sneaky way to monetize this. All right? I've done it many, many, many times. China retail sales. All right? Now, what is China's equivalent to Amazon? There you go. Anytime I see this report on the economic calendar, right here with China, I've monetized with this right here. If this number come out up, guess what? That Alibaba will rise. If that number come out down, Alibaba won't fall. But it's intraday now. Intraday. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be sneaky, Mike, especially when you're dealing with these devils on Wall Street. But that's, like King Mike said, that's a sneaky way to monetize this report, Alibaba. Everybody got that? Okay. Now, any questions on this week? Thank you for the positive comments. See, family, we are a family. That's why we come in here privately. That's why we set our strategies and we go out and implement our strategies and get paid week by week by week. That's why I reach out and touch you so many times during the week. All right? Tweets, PAID alerts, whiz alerts, radio broadcasts, classes, virtual trade rooms. If you notice, I touch you many, many times during the week. Okay? So you can have opportunities to get paid many, many times per week. If that market's open, we need to get paid. Okay. Thank you so much for the positive energy and comments you guys are sending across. We are truly a family. All right? Okay. Now, let's come off our economic calendar. Thank you, King Ezekiah. It's an honor to serve you, my brother. Okay? So we come off with this, and we know about the Baker Hughes recap. That ties into our Wednesday EIA Petroleum status report. Okay, let me find that thing. Family, you notice something right here? Let's see here. They moved it to Thursday, which is bizarre because it normally is on Wednesday. The only time they move it to Thursday is when there's a holiday during the week. There ain't no holiday during the week. So it's interesting that they moved it to Thursday. Okay, but be that as it may, so we know this ties in with that. Okay. All right. Now, what I want to do at this point is I want to go over a couple of things with you that have occurred since last we met in a virtual trading room. Yeah, I guess, Jared, they might, but Jared, even though today is Columbus Day, the markets aren't closed, so I don't know, why they would do that. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. Okay, now let's go over some things that have occurred that should command our attention as savvy traders and investors as monetizable events. Okay? First, I want to bring your attention to what did His Royal Highness Donald Trump do? I sent you a PID alert and a whiz alert over the last couple of days. What did he do? Hint troops. See, this right here happened on the left. Look what he did right here. The Saudi Arabia. Now you remember he said about 2 years ago when he was having one of his fits, he was upset with Saudi Arabia because that crown prince wouldn't do what he wanted him to do. He said Saudi Arabia would not last 2 weeks if the United States didn't protect it. So he sent this over there, okay, because of this right here. He realized, you mess with them Iranians, it's going to be hell to pay. So he sent the troops over there after this because he knew the Iranians, they're going to do something because their oil tanker was hit in the Red Sea. Y'all putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So Saudi Arabia started whining and said, look now, you need to send some reinforcements over here because we know there's going to be some retaliation from the Iranians. That's what caused this right here. Y'all got that? Now, I need for you to come up to the upper chakra level, and I need for you to catch how we're going to monetize that. Now, are wars today fought like they were fought in World War I and World War II? No. Everything is AI, artificial intelligence, and high tech. There you go, Mike. So they're going to do what? They use drones. There you go, King Jared. Who is our #1 defense position that produces drones? Raytheon. Okay? So, as we hear more and more drama picking up pertaining to the Middle East and the possible retaliation by Iran or anybody else, we need to be looking at this position principally in our defense positions. We clear on this. Okay? Monetize drama in the Middle East, first and foremost, by going to Raython. Okay? Any questions? What is hypotheticals? Then you come down here, see with, and then you drop down with our other defense position, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, United Technologies, and Honeywell. These are other Aspen Wealth Institute defense positions. So when there's wars and rumors of wars, this is where we go to get paid from that. Any questions? Now, while you are thinking about it, check your cell phone. Did I send you a PAID alert asking you to look at our defense position when I sent you that tweet? Because as soon as you get a tweet or any type of notification, if you see it on the news or whatever, about wars or rumors of wars, you immediately, okay, need to be thinking, oh, that's what Wall Street defense positions. Oh, Raytheon first. Oh, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody clear on that? See, the presentation of a stimulus should cause you to elicit a certain thought process which yields a certain response. Let me repeat that. The presentation of a particular stimulus should cause you to engage in a certain thought process, which then yields a particular response. That's called analytical thought. If this, then that. You gotta be an expert at that. You gotta master that. There you go, Devon, that's great. Okay? Because if you don't develop that skill, what will happen is you'll look but never see. You'll hear but never listen. You have to be able to do those things. Those are mandatory to becoming wealthy. Okay? So please start training yourself so it becomes intuitive in nature. When you see something on the weather, during the news, your mind says, bam, immediately go to, okay, where's the weather disturbance headed? Okay, first, Home Depot, Lowe's, on the protection and reconstruction phase, insurance companies, payouts, okay, on the back end in the aftermath. That's how your mind needs to think. Okay? If you see something about an outbreak and Legionnaire's disease, Ebola, whatever, first thing, bam, you should be thinking, pharmaceutical company who treats, they never cure, treats that particular abnormality or illness. Bam, I need to get in, get paid from that particular company, and look at how the treatment is distributed. Do people have to go into Walgreens or CVS to get inoculated? Or do people go ahead and get this, you know, at mass public clinics that can get an inoculation? How are they getting the Ebola treatment to the people who are suffering from Ebola? This, that, and the other, and monetize that. Okay, that's the transfer protocol. Okay, arid or hot weather that's occurring during the summer months in Colorado, in Nevada, Arizona, California. Bam, water ETFs. Your mind needs to think like that. Okay, Apple, about to release another Apple product. Okay, bam, Apple downline. You see, so it's the way you think on an ongoing basis as a result of you being submitted certain stimulus. We clear on that? Okay, all right. Great. So now, next up, so we just went over His Royal Highness and his ordering of over 2,000 troops being sent to the Middle East. Next, I want to talk to you about, now, family, I hate to say I told you so, but I love to be able to tell you I told you so, because it proves why and how we move in the Wealth Institute, as we see now and others see eventually. Did not we discuss in July and August, that Donald Trump was going to go ahead and put a spin on these trade talks as we get closer and closer to Christmas, and as we get closer and closer to the selection process, not the election, but the selection. Because he got to get them farmers back, okay? And he has to make it look like it's all because of him. Well then, what did he announce last week? And the market went up crazy. The Dow went up over 300 points just by him making a statement. There you go, Mike. He made no confirmation from the Chinese side or whatever. See, Trump is a master manipulator. He knew how to go and knows how to go ahead and manipulate situations. He just mentioned, well, we started the negotiations with China pertaining to the tariffs. And then he went on to say, and we've made substantial progress. All of a sudden, the markets go up triple digits. So ain't nobody asked China a damn thing. China said yes or no. And I told you, them Chinese ain't no punks. China gonna be mum's the word until right around Black Friday and said, no, we ain't agreed to a damn thing. No, we ain't got no deal. That's gonna put the pressure on Trump to come back and say, well, hold on, man, I need this now, okay? I got to have a good holiday season to get reselected. The Chinese gonna say, all right, now let's really talk real deal. See, Trump has painted himself into a proverbial corner because he has all this other drama going on with him with impeachment hearings, and he got to get some brownie points. You remember, did not he say he was going to make it a great holiday season, so he was just going to back off the tariffs, okay, for the holiday season? The Chinese like, man, who the hell made you the creator now? So now you playing God, right? So just because you say you want to back off during a particular period of time, you think we're going to acquiesce? So when you want to go ahead and crank it back up again, we supposed to say, yes, master? Chinese don't believe in that. So he's playing himself. Now I'm saying all that to say, let me tell you something. We need to be looking at the retail positions, XRT and LRTH. I'm telling you now, don't you miss out on this money. All right? Like I showed you before earlier, XRT and LRTH. Now, all together now, when do you want to be in those positions? Beginning and no later than what date? Thank you, Mike. I need more to answer that question. There you go, Devon. Thank you, Queen Patsy. Thank you, Queen Jillian. All right? Hold on. I got to reach out and touch some of y'all because you need to get this money. King Art, when do we need to be in our retail position? Christopher, Queen Claudetta, Darian, Damon, King L. Why are you so quiet, my brother? Fred Davis, Garnell. Come on, Garnell. I ain't heard enough from you all day. Gary Smith, King Elder, Hugh Rose. When do we want to be in our retail positions so that we can get paid through the holiday, aka holiday season? King Jeffrey, okay. Queen Kim, okay. Thurman, when? Thank you, King Garrett, King Garrett, no later than that. Okay, not necessarily before. There you go, King Kermit. There you go, Hezekiah. There you go, Garnell. There you go, King Kevin. There you go, Claudetta. There you go, Art. By October the 31st, you need to be in our retail positions. Now, next question. Next question. Are you going to take January positions or December positions? Thank you, Mike. Everybody listen up. If you don't know the answers, write the answers down. I'm about to give them to you. Thank you, Patsy. All my elders giving out the right answer. There you go, Kermit. You taking December position. December positions. Next question. Where do you set your trailer stops? You set them wide or you set them tight? Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Hezekiah. Thank you, Queen Patsy. Thank you, Damon. Thank you, Gary Smith, King Elder. You set the trailer stops wide. Thank you, King Hugh. Thank you, Kermit. You set that trailer stop wide. 20, 40%, 30% sweet spot. Okay? Now, look. You got to get this. Because this equates to money. Period. Now, does anybody have any questions on this? Because if you do, you need to be asking on October the 14th, Monday, versus October the 31st, trying to figure it out. Because we can straighten it out for you right now if you don't understand and overstand this. Everybody has that. Okay. Now we're telling you what this man gonna do before he does it, because we're looking and seeing and we're hearing and we're listening. And he has done everything just like we had predicted. And we monetized every step of the way. Let's continue to do so. Okay? All right, now next thing. If you think everything that we've gone over in this virtual trader room and everything that we always go over in the Ashley's Wealth Institute is not important, then I bring your attention to this. If you think you got a choice not to learn this stuff so you can get paid, I bring your attention to this. Did not we send you a PAID alert last week and a tweet pertaining to GE just freezing 20,000 pensions? But didn't I say in that virtual trading, I said, but ain't nobody saying to them, I pulled up these people. I pulled them up. And I said, now why in the hell aren't any of these people taking a pay cut? Instead of cutting the fee or the salaries of hundreds of thousands of people, I said, what about these folks right here? Ain't none of them getting no pay cut, but they doing this right here. But now check it. I want to show you something now. We're going to read this article to show you the harsh reality of the world that you live in. General Electric is trying to find the success it once had as one of America's manufacturing giants, but may be hitting at least 20,000 employee retirement plans, while the CEO is making about $21 million a year. That's despicable. Now notice, I want you to notice something now. Now I'm really going to show you something. Okay? I need you to look and see at this, how sneaky they are with this thing. How many times have I told you that the uber wealthy know how to maximize capital while minimizing their actual exposure, which equals taxes? Check this out. And they do this by options. That's why we train so hard on options. Watch this. Look at this right here. How much is said he actually gets paid per year? That's 3.45 million. But how much cumulatively does he get paid? 21 million. See, depending upon what he wants to report in taxes and get and pay, what he wants to report in salary and pay taxes on, that determines what this number right here gonna be. But the amount of money per year per salary he controls is this amount. Ain't that some diabolical defecation right there? See, if you ain't looking and seeing, you don't pick up on that. So that's just like this. King Mike Palmer says, Wiz, I'll pay you $21 million a year. Now I'm already thinking in my mind, damn, I gotta pay taxes on that. So since I'm in the highest tax bracket, that might be 11 million a year. So I said, no, Mike, no. This is what I want you to do, my brother. Pay me 3.45 million, but give me access and control over 21 million. Booyah, I just kicked Uncle Sam and the IRS in the testicles. This is what I try to get my celebrity athletes to understand and understand. You don't want this in cash. You want to control it, but you want this amount in cash, because that's what you're going to pay taxes on. Y'all get this? See, they think on a whole nother level. See, first time new money would be like, hell to the no, man. Give me this 21 million. You damn fool. Because Uncle Sam gonna get his off the rip, baby. But when you think on a whole nother level, on a whole nother chakra level, you maintain the right meridian, you say, okay, look, I want to control. See, how many times I told you the difference between ownership and control? When you own something, you pay a damn price. When you control something, you get paid a price. Write that down. When you own something, you pay a price. When you control something, you get paid a price. Control 21 million. Okay? Get paid 3. Pay the price for 3 while you controlling 21. It's like that in your life. From trading and investing in anything else. Quit trying to be so damn autocratic and trying to control and own something. You would never own nothing without paying a price. Control it. And once you control it, you get paid for it. How did Panama make what was their #1 income stream for many, many years, and even to this day? It's the damn Panama Canal. Why? Because they control it. Every damn thing come through there. They had to pay a fee. The Strait of Hormuz, the same damn thing. The colonizers, when they went to a country to colonize it, okay, they let the native persons who were there, the indigenous people, have the illusion of them owning it, but they didn't give a damn, because they control the natural resources. When you trading and investing, my brothers and sisters, you kings and queens, think like the colonizer. You ain't got to own no damn position. Control it with these options. The only exception is when we get paid dividends, where in order to receive the dividend, we got to own the position. Okay? But by the same token, you got to have a paradigm shift in your thought process. There's nothing on this planet that you can own. How are you going to own something that comes from the great I am, that is part of the universe? You can't own no star. You can't even own the air you breathe. But you can control the quality of air that you breathe. King Mike Palmer just said it beautifully, and I say this oftentimes. We are simply temporary stewards of things in life. The Creator and ancestor grant you stewardship. That ain't ownership. That's control over something. So understand and understand that that is a centralized component of you becoming wealthy. You want to control, not own. One of the great military tactics that military commanders used to use centuries ago and even up until World War I and World War II, when they cut off Hitler's supply lines. And that was to control their access to the supplies they needed. I don't give a damn how big your army is, how big your military force is. Listen to me, and those of you that are vets, prove me wrong. I don't give a damn what type of armada or artillery or weaponry you have, and how big your forces are. If I control the supply lines, if I cut off the supply lines to your military force, guess what? Turn out the lights, the party's over, because all I got to do is wait. Because if your troops don't eat, if your troops don't have medical supplies, if your troops don't have cover, all right, guess what? I bet you I win that war, and I don't even have to have military superiority. All I got to do is control the supply lines. If I cut off those supply lines, I'm going to get you. That's what got Napoleon's ass when he was hell-bent on going into Russia. The Russians would fight, fall back, fight and fall back. And as the winter approached, Napoleon's forces stretched their supply lines out more and more and more. And so what did the Russians do? Come back behind his military troops and cut off his damn supply lines. And we all know what happened with that. He met his Waterloo. Same thing when you train and invest. Control the position. Don't worry about owning. The only exception is our dividend paying position. Do you understand and understand this? Now, the average person, the uninitiated ones, they would read this article and they would catch the perfunctory thing here, which is, wow, that's sad. He making 21 million and 20,000 people with pensions are, having their pension frozen. Boy, that is terrible. But see, it's even deeper than that. You need to look at the diabolical inference behind this. He controlling 21, paying taxes on 3. Boy, let me tell you. See, it's a certain type of mind that thinks like that. And it's a certain type of mind combined with a certain type of spirit and person that can do this, control this, and do this right. And that person goes to sleep every night and shaves every day and doesn't have one iota of remorse. That's the type of person you're dealing with in this world. And you think you don't need to learn these strategies and techniques? Are you sadly mistaken? And if you say, well, that's just for the people that work at GE, no. This is applicable to every damn person living in this country. Because this goes on all day, every day. Just because you don't see it, don't think it ain't happening to you. This is real. This is life. And no longer can you say, well, it's the system or the man or whatever. No. Now is you. Because now you know better. And it's incumbent upon you to do better. How can you not see a tweet or see on the news that Trump sending 2,000 troops over to our Saudi Arabia and you not think our defense positions? How can you not do that? How can you not know? How can you not know about this calendar and these things? And we train you on how to get paid. You know the day you're going to get paid. You just don't know how much. All praise be to the ancestors. But you know the day, the strategy, and what to do, and how long to do it. And you not get paid. When you live in a world where folks do this. If this ain't no wake-up call, I don't know what is. That's incredible. So you have to see now what others see eventually, and you have to make these things happen. Get in this virtual trading room. Okay? Be like Queen Shauna today. You got a question, ask the damn question. Get it. And don't seek to just understand and overstand. You want to master this. You want to be able, family. Listen, please. You want to be able to look at all this information like a king, a queen, or god, or goddess. And know when you're looking at this stuff, you're not looking just at random numbers. You calculate. Okay? You going to work. You see now what others see eventually. You can pick up on something. When this multi-million-dollar website tells you something that ain't right, you know exactly, that can't be. No. Okay? I can't have two positions in conversions moving to the upside and then the macro position moving to the downside. No, that can't happen. King Mike knows. So you know immediately. King Mike just said, so you know immediately, okay, bam, I need to go back and check on this right here. You see? And look, thank you, Queen Shauna. It's an honor to serve you. And look, family, it doesn't make any difference whether or not you got $100,000 or you got $100. This works no matter what the amount is. So now you don't have an excuse to say, I don't have the money. What you mean? You might as well just use any excuse. Think about it. Your money has to be working for you. It will not work if you're the only one working for your money. It just is not possible. It ain't gonna happen. You've got to make your money work for you. The system is set up to propagate you going to the plantation, aka job, you working, you come back, you spend your money, don't put none of them dead presidents to work, you don't resurrect none of them, all right? Then you repeat the damn cycle the next month and over again. And those of us that are wealthy, we sitting there saying, look at them damn fools. And they on automatic pilot. Listen, you go fill out an application to work on a plantation. I just said something there. How many of y'all got your job and you didn't fill out an application? I'm about to say something now. Not one of them. But now, how many of you will then also put your money to work? You volunteer by filling an application to go work, but you won't put your money to work. How the hell does that make sense? Think about it now. It doesn't make CENTS or SENSE, and it never will. But see, those of us that have been blessed to come out of the darkness into the light, those of us that know how to make money work for us, we sit back and look at you all and say, now how much longer do they want and will tolerate themselves living the way they live? Just last week, I was with somebody at an event. And afterwards, we all went to dinner. So me and my queen, him and his queen, he got 8 kids or 7 kids. So I took everybody to dinner. Listen to me now. There was a major car show at Atlanta Motor Speedway 2 weeks ago. And so I'm part owner on one of my sideline investments with the speed shop, right? So there was a car show and a bike show. So we had some of our cars and bikes in this exhibit. So I invited this family to come as my guest. And afterwards, we all went to dinner. So we're sitting at dinner after the show at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And he says, you know, Wiz, my father died when I was 10 years old. And I never had a male role model. And I never had anybody to show me how to make money with my money. So I want to learn. So can I come and sit beside you while you fail? I said, no, you can't do that because I got to be in a certain zone. I can't have nobody around me. Now, you get your behind in the virtual trade room. You can learn with everybody else, but you being around me now, I got to have pure energy around me. And you slow me down like barnacles on the bottom of the ship. When I'm trying to move, you're okay in real time. So he said, okay, then fine. Now, he acknowledged during our meal with all his kids, because I told him, I said, the inspiration for you to master these strategies and techniques sitting over there at that other table, all 7 of them. So he acknowledged all that. Now, we even allowed him to, you know, and the women would get upset, but we, meaning the women and I, allowed him just drilling me with questions while we eat. Okay, my lobster got cold because I'm sitting here talking to him, asking him a damn question. I'm like, but you know, all right, cool, all right. But you need to go on and get in the weapons too, my brother. So then, when dessert come out, he killed everything with one steak. Listen to this. Listen to this now. He said, you know, Wiz, I always ran out of money. I worked for FEMA for a while, you know, and I made good money then, but I got tired of working for them because we never knew how long our assignments would be. So then he says, so what I did was I quit FEMA and I went out on faith, but the business didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. So listen to this. This is what he said. So I'm sitting there eating my key lime pie. I'm listening to him. And then he says, so I had to tell my wife, I said, no, your queen. He said, oh yeah, I had to tell my queen to go back to work. I said, what the hell you just say, man? He said, I had to tell my queen to go back to work. I said, oh, hold on. Hell to the no. Time out. Stop everything. I said, black man, what kind of person are you that you would have your queen go out to work instead of your black ass figuring it out what you need to do to get PAID so your queen can nurture them 7 children sitting over there at that table right there, and for her to formulate her queendom. So if she wants to do something, she ain't got to go to somebody's plantation to work, AKA job. So you saying you want her to go out and work on somebody's plantation and nurture your seeds, okay? And take care of your monkey behind while you stay at home? Because see, he's an aspiring photographer. So he stayed at home trying to solicit photography jobs while he puts his woman. Man, now you tell me that ain't adjusted pimping? Man, the whole dinner changed from that point on. I said, bro, let me tell you something. You are compelled by the ancestors we created to man up, be a king, because you're perpetrating a fraud right now. All right? And I said, queen, to the extent that you tolerate this, you are unindicted co-conspirator. Y'all run your family the way you want to, but you're going to continue to attract the same type of negative energy because none of you are owning up to who you are and whose you are. Queen, you being subordinate like you a damn concubine, let this man talk to you or put you in this type of position. And man, what kind of man are you? Well, you would even fathom the thought of having your queen go work on somebody's plantation, okay, aka job. If you ain't figured it out, in the process of figuring out, if you got to take 2 or 3 jobs, that queen needs to be sitting on the throne while you figure it out. That should be an impetus for you to figure it out more readily. But see, it's amazing how people rationalize things in their mind. Instead of him saying that he had to go get a job while he was figuring it out, he said, and yeah, I had to tell my wife to go get a job. What the hell? And what was more astounding, I'm looking at her and I said, Queen, and you accepted that. Didn't you tell me when we were driving over here that you would have to watch what you eat? You couldn't eat lobster with me and dip it in butter because your blood pressure was high. Okay? That's because you under stress. See, when you can't pay your bills, it runs your blood pressure up. Now, you need to look to your left. You see that person sitting right next to you? That's why you can't pay your damn bill. And I told him, I said, brother, you need to look at me. Look me in my eye, man. You the reason why she's sick and them kids, them 7 kids sitting at the table next to us aren't receiving the fruits of life that they're deserving of. So man up or get the hell up. Okay? Because see, being a father, being a man, that's a participatory situation. It ain't no passive situation. What the hell wrong with you? See, fam, it's the way we think that determines where we are. I can teach him all the things in the world. I can teach him how to come right over here, walk down this damn calendar like we did, okay, and get paid on these days. But see, he under the auspice that he the damn victim. So therefore, everybody owes him something, including his queen. She owes him. She needs to go out and work while he stay at home and solicit jobs over the internet. Look, family, we got to stop justifying ignorant ass behavior. It has to stop. These are men. I'm talking to you, King. These are our queens. There is no us without them. Life comes through their womb. So we need to make sure, if by any means necessary, as Ancestor King Malcolm X said, we need to make sure that we take care of them, period. Because civilization ends if they end. And queens, you need to make sure that when you picking your king, that he has the capacity to truly be a king. Because you bring him to the table of queendom. He needs to bring to the table a kingdom. The two of you form an empire. Learn these strategies and techniques and know how to monetize all these things. Do not let any other human being that ingests oxygen and secretes carbon dioxide control your economic destiny. I wish somebody would call themselves my supervisor. Yo, my what? My boss. My what? My suit. Man, please. But people readily accept that. People line up to get programmed. Programmed. See, that's amazing phenomenon. That's amazing phenomenon. And people will line up to do that. But I'm, for one, that ain't happening. Because I'm going to look and see. Just like when we look at these positions, I don't give a damn what they say. You know, like on my radio broadcast tomorrow, we're talking about don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. That's one of my agenda topics for tomorrow on the radio broadcast between 2 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because they're the master at saying one thing and doing another, but they want you to follow what they say. Family, these are wonderful times. They're glorious times. But you have to do what you have to do to protect yourself and your well-being. Like I say to you, and I've said many times, there's the old Ashanti proverb that comes from the continent. And it says, no man gets full when another man eats. No man gets full when another man eats. Family, that was applicable centuries ago, and it will be applicable in centuries to come. You got to do for you to do. Let me repeat that now. You got to do for you to do. Because it ain't going to get done unless you do. Here we go. You got to do what you need to do. Because it ain't going to get done unless you do. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Family members, be on standby for your PID alerts and your whiz alerts as the market dictates. Do all the steps of your drill down. Okay? Know that you're kings and queens, you guys and guys. You don't need nothing else but to learn and earn. You already hardwired. Your ancestors have placed within you everything you need to not just survive, but to thrive. Not just to participate, but to dominate. It's on you. And you've got, last night, let me leave this with you. Let me leave this with you. Last night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I was trading in the Asian market, and I had on one of my other screens, Maya Angelou. Please listen to this. Maya Angelou's book. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. I was watching the movie version of it, and the cast was outstanding. Okay? And the last scene of that movie brought me to tears. If you can get that movie, get it. We all know the story, but it's that last scene. Let me say it for you. A white politician comes through to speak at the church. Now, at the end of my radio broadcast, what song do I play? The so-called Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. I play that for a reason. Because I want to embed something in your subconscious. So every time you listen to my radio broadcast, I leave you with that. So in the movie, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sing. The white folks have said that nobody could sing that anymore because it was negative, and it set forth a rebellious attitude amongst the African Americans. But so this politician in the last scene of the movie, he's running for office. So he comes in there and he talks to the people like they're a bunch of pickaninnies, saying, I'm going to build schools and I'm going to do this and I'm going to make sure that the black female will be able to be the best housekeeper and the best seamstress that she can be. And the black man will be the best porter and the best factory worker that he could be. I'm going to do that. Vote for me. Now, I ain't got time to stay here. He also says, I ain't got time to stay. I got to hurry up and move on. Okay? But I'm going to leave you with that. Vote for me. And then the last scene. The major character in the movie gives up and gives a speech. A small girl, child, 14, 15 years old. The central figure of the movie. She says, with all due respect, and I'm paraphrasing, I heard what he said, but I'm not studying. And my heroes are not porters, seamsters, maids, or athletes. She said, I'm not studying, to be an athlete, or my heroes are not athletes. My heroes are people like Thomas Paine, because I like the words that he writes. And she goes over and mentions some others. Intellectuals, people who have done things with their minds that have changed society in the course of humanity. And then she says, I'd like for you all to sing this song with me. And she breaks out in a wonderful orientation of lift every voice and sing. And the house Negro, who was the preacher, he looks over at a lady sitting next to him and says, she can't sing that. But that young princess, she keeps on singing. And then the whole audience joins her. That's what our people are about. Rise up, you kings and queens, you gods and goddesses. Now is your time. Make the ancestors and the creator proud. Make Wall Street pay you right here on Main Street. Elevate your mind, free your soul, so that you can indeed be in complete control. This Asterisk Wealth Institute virtual trading room is now dismissed. Peace and blessings be upon each and every one of you.